Hello friends, today we are going to be discuss about HTTP status code for API testing. If you start to learn API testing, you should know status code because status code only ensure application behavior and performance. Okay, so that reason we should know status code. Okay, what is the status code? Status code is a server response to a browser request. So in Postman, this is the request URL. After hitting this request URL, once click on send button, we are getting status code, right? Why we are going to be noted this status code? Based on the status code only, whether application properly working or not, we have to confirm. Okay. Here 200 means what? 200 means it will be showing OK. OK means the request successfully accepted by server. So that reason the response will send you here. This is the body. This is the response body. Okay. So 200 means fine. It is the application working properly and there is no problem. Okay. This is the meaning of 200. So like that way there is list of status code is available. That's what today we are going to be discuss. Here we have to categorize 5 types of categories available. Those 5 category is having 3-digit number, which is 1 axis and 2 axis up to 5 axis. So 1 to 5 axis available. What is 1 axis? Informational. The second is success, which is 200 comes under 2XX, right? So like that way, different types of code is available. I'm going to be tell you important status code and as well as general overview of all the status code. Okay. So here first we have to see 1XX informational. XX means it will become any of the one number, right? It should be 3-digit number: 100, 101, 102, 103. 100 means continue. So here it will be given the short term of description of this status code. Based on that, we have to understand what is the meaning of this 100 status code. So first I have to give you the short information about 100 continue. What they given introduction of the 100 continue. An interim response indicates the client that the initial part of request has been received and has not been rejected by the server. Yeah, the request will be received. The server does not be rejected. Rejected means what? It will not rejected. Continuously it will be accepted. So that's what it will be 100. It denoted continue. So like that way, here we can see I given short brief in description for each status code. You have to read and you have to understand. It is easy to understand clear manner. Next we have to see switching protocol. Send in response to a upgrade request header from the client and indicates the protocol the server is switching to. Switching means what? It will be switching to one to another. That is the meaning of switching, right? For example, protocol means what? There is a different type of protocol is available. HTTP and FTTP, SMTP available, right? So generally in website we are using hyper transfer protocol, right? So like that way, if you try to switching to HTTP to FTP, so like that way the switching protocol it will be happen. Upgrade the request header and I am going to be jumping into 200 success. 200 means success. So you have to remain 200 means success. It is everything fine. Okay. So what it will be denoted, the status code indicates that client request was successfully received, understood and accepted. So that reason 200 it will be denoted OK. OK means what? Okay, fine. Agree. I received. It is finally I received, no problem. It is working fine. So like that way, the server replied to you. Based on that status code, the user or customer will understand, okay, the application working fine. And if anything you getting wrong code, if getting any wrong response, we can understand immediately we have to check the application, we have to resolve the issue. So this API testing uh, minimize the time for reducing the mistakes or error. Okay. So the 200 okay. which is request has succeed. For example, get. You can take method, different type of method is available. Get, post, delete, put, patch is available, right? You can take us an example. Get an entity corresponding to the request. The resource is a sent in the response. So like that way, what are the request URL you are hitting, it will be accepted by the server, successfully received. So that's what it will be showing. Okay, fine, I received. Next is 201, created. Created means what? Generally it will be creating new resource or identifier, right? So here it will be meaning 200 is 201 is created. So the request has succeeded and a new resource has been created as a result. So before 200 is what? Only received. Next, after receiving that request, what will happen? It will be going to next process of created. After created means should be accepted, right? So that's what the 202 it will be indicated. So indicates that the request has been received but not completed yet. Not completed, but it is accepted some function. For example, if you send some list of user anything means it is created, right? It accepted but not yet completed. So sometime if you have 5 users, sometime if you have 10 user, so based on that list will be updated, right? But as per time I accepted this 4 user, it's not completed, right? And it will be showing perhaps a batch oriented process that is only run once per day. So this day it will be running like that. The next day again it will be run. So like that per day it will be run only once. The next is 203, non-authoritative information. Authoritative means what? If you don't have any access, if you don't have any credential permission, that is the meaning of non-authorized information, right? Indicates that the returned meta information in the entity header is not the definitive status the available from the origin server. So simply I have to given in short form description. The set presented may be a subset or superset of the original version. Okay, so here we have to gather the information of non-authoritative. Then is 204, no content. No content means what? If you hit the request URL, if you didn't receive any response body. Okay, so that the time what? No metadata you didn't receive. So that is the meaning of no content. The server has fulfilled the request but does not need to return a response body. Not required because that URL does not having any content but it's working fine. So that reason it will be give you the one status message. Okay. Next is 205, reset content. Reset means what? If you want to reback to the old one means we have to reset, right? This is the reset content. For example, recently you have to update one username or some employee ID. Again you have to come back reset that content. Based on that we have to hit the request. We have to get the response according to that. Next is 206, partial content. It is used to when the range header is sent from the client to request only part of resource. So no content and partial content. No content means what? The empty bucket. Partial content means what? I think the response body having some little kind of information. Okay. And 207, multi-status. So here in 200, 2XX okay, and under this HTTP status code, you have to note it 200 up to 202 up to 204 is very, very important. So this is the status code we are using in API testing and automation perspective frequently. Okay. Next, I'm going to be tell you 3XX redirection, which is class of status code indicates that further action needs to be taken by the user agent in order to fulfill the request. Under this 3XX redirection, what is the redirection? If you click sign in button or add to cart button, what will happen? It will be redirecting to that page, right? So this is the indicating this 3XX redirection. Okay. Here you can see multiple choice moved permanently. So it will, each HTTP codes leader, it will be start from round up number, which is 300, 100, 200, like that way. Okay, it will be ending below before of the 3 110, the next 100. Okay, here multiple choice. So here the request has more than one possible response. The user agent or user should choose one of them. For example, the array structure level. For example, in if you hit the one URL, there you can get employee ID, employee salary, employee age. So a different kind of set of data you will be received. This is the multiple choice moved permanently. So this is what the request resource has been changed permanently. The new URL is given by the location header field. Here you have to note it, location. If you heard any word location, means it will be indicated URL. Okay. So I will be telling you next video what is the difference between URI and URL. That time you will be understand clearly. Okay. Here in REST API, if you take an API testing, general terms we are using URI, not for URL. URL we are using when you are trying to hitting any specific URL, that time we are called as URL. But when you have to enter in API testing, that time we have to called as a URI. Okay, based on that URI response, it will be get the that response one. Okay, and 302 found. Found means what? So what data you are expecting? For example, after hitting the request URL, you getting some data. What data you are searching? What data you are expecting from the response? Those data found in the response body. Okay, so I take us an example. The user agent is invited by a response with this code to make a second, otherwise identically request to the new URL specified in the location field. The performing URL redirection. Okay, and 303C other, the response can be found under a different URL and should be retrieved using a get method on that resource. See other means what? See, it will be clearly mentioned different URI. It will be a different URI, but you should be retrieved using get method. The get method will help you for getting some kind of data. And next is not modified. Not modified means what? You should not able to modify some data. It's similar look like no content. No content means what? Empty bucket, right? There is no response body. So like that, if you getting response body but you are not able to update or you are not able to alter any data, that is the meaning of 304 not modified. And use proxy. This is the depreciated. Depreciate method means what? Indicates that a requested response must be accessed by a proxy. If you have any proxy issue, that time what happen? Using proxy only you can able to access some kind of request response, right? That is the indicator that the proxy which is depreciated. Unused, the reserved status code not used anymore. Unreserved means what? It is it is reserved. No one not able to enter in that place. That is the meaning of unused. No one not able to use that kind of response under request. Okay, and temporary redirecting. So if you want to access temporary means we can use this 307. It is similar to 302 found with one exception, that the same HTTP. What is the meaning of 302 found? 302 found, what is indicating? If you have search any data temporarily, it will be found. Based on that request you will be get some data in the response. Next I'm going to be jumping to 4XX client error. What is the client error? This is very important because of once you have to hitting the URL, sometimes you are getting some bad request forbidden. This is what is the meaning of that application behavior. Some performance is not good, some backend, some process is going on. So we should report to our dev team and we have to raise the request. We have to raise the ticket in Jira. Okay. So like that way, we have to note it the list of client error. What are the client error we are getting? Okay, after hitting that URL, what is the server responding to you? This is the only full of the 4 XX means it is the only error, not for apart from not anything. It's only denoted error only. Okay, first we have to see the 400 bad request and authorized. Okay, bad request. What is the bad request? Incorrect syntax. Sometimes what happen, we have to give an incorrect URL. For example, www dot. We have to give triple W, right? Sometimes we have to give double W, and sometimes we have to give Amazon. Some spelling mistake means that time what happened? It is the bad request. You have to note it and you have to give the right URL. That is the meaning of 400 bad request. What is the 401 on authorized? This is authentication information. Go to your postman, there is, we can see authorization, right? So this is the authorization part. If once you have to hit some URL, after it will be asking some authorizations, you have to update your username, password. That time only you can able to get the some response. In that case, we have to the request requires the authentication information. If you give any wrong thing, that time we are getting unauthorized some error. Okay, this is the error response. 404 payment required. So this is the reserved for futures used. It is aimed for using in the digital payment system. When you after adding some product in Amazon, when you try to go to pay amount using credit card or debit card, that time what happened? That bank it will be redirecting to banking application, right? Sometime that application does not working properly because the Amazon going to be connecting to banking applications. Banking application does not working properly. What happened? It will be showing 404 payment required. This is only purpose of payment system. And next is 403 forbidden. Forbidden means what? You are not allowed. It is restricted. So some user only having access rights to that content. Take us one example, real-time example, restricted area. So when you have to enter in your company some restricted area, the server room is allowed, right? So like that way, some application having some secure pages available. That secure page can able to access by admin. User cannot able to access. This is the 403 forbidden. Okay. When you are try to hitting admin URL, that time user cannot able to access. And 404 not found. The server cannot find the request resource. So this is the 404 error. Status code indicates the REST API cannot map the client URI to a resource. Okay. So obviously, I hope you already showed you not found means there's some data is not found in between that one, the URI. Okay. URI means what? The request URL, not for the response. 405 method not allowed. The request HTTP method is known by the server but has been disabled and cannot be used for that resource. So here, known by the server but it will be disabled. Disabled means what happened? We are not able to access, not allowed. Right. So if any button, any application not able to access, sometime what happen in your company, some proxy settings will be happen. So that time a few social media site you are not able to access, right? So that time it will be happen. So right that way the most of the application built in by this 405 method is not allowed. Under 406 not acceptable. So here not acceptable means what? The server does not find any content that conforms to the criteria given by the user agent in the accept header sent in the request. The server does not find any content. You are giving some there already I told you the applications XML and application JSON, the content type is available, right? So here in headers content type after hitting content type we can able to see applications different format is available, right? So this is the indicating here will be receive 406 a client request for the data formatted as the application's XML will receive a 406 response if the API is only willing to format data as the application JSON. For example, sometimes what happen, those data will be show you only application JSON. If you want to if you mistakenly change that format, applications XML of any other format, means what happen, it will be throwing 406 error. Okay, and we need to check and confirm. So what is the format data? We have to given as a content type. Okay, 407 proxy authentication required indicates that the client must first authenticate itself with the proxy. The proxy will be blocked a few sites and few URI. So that time we have to check the proxy authentication required or not. And 408 request timeout. They indicate that the server did not receive any complete request from the client within server allotted timeout period. So within the second we have to so after passing the request URL, we didn't receive any response. It will take some time. What for example, after hitting some URL, it will take more time for entering some data. That time what happened? We are receiving the timeout error. Okay, and conflict 409 is conflict. The request could not be completed due to conflict with the current state of the resource. Conflict means what? If any some duplicated and same data to be conflicted, that time what happen? The request does not perform properly and the server does not give you the response. And 410, this is not required. I'm just going to tell you the important only. Okay, and I'm going to be jumping to 5XX server error. So 4XX means client error, 5XX means server error. This is very important. Again I repeat you, 2XX, 4XX, 5XX. This is the three HTTP status code, very important. You have to remind that one. 5XX is server error. So what are the data you passed from client? The server does not behave properly. That time we are facing server error. So here the class of status code indicates that the server is aware that it has error or is incapable of performing the requested method. Internal server error, not implemented, bad gateway. Internal server error. The server encountered an unaccepted condition which prevented it from fulfilling the request. This is if your application facing 500 internal server error, means we should check the server first. So really what happened? We are passing request errors, okay, fine, good. But what happened from server side? We need to check. Some response it will be collapsed. Some format will be collapsed. We are missing something. We need to check. So what are the URL we are passing? Same that way, based on that one, the data we will be received, right? This is the proper send and receive method. If it is not working, that time it will be internal server error, it will be happen immediately. We need to raise the ticket in Jira or some Bugzilla. Then we have to immediately check the server side. And 501 not implemented. The HTTP method is not supported by the server, cannot be handled. For example, what happened? Those request URL we can able to handle by get method. Sometimes we need to change post or some put method. What happened? It will be throwing some error. Okay. And bad gateway. The server got an invalid response while working as a gateway to get a response needed to handle the request. Okay. And the service unavailable, gateway timeout. This is very important. You have to go through it. So this is the list of HTTP status code we should know before entering into the coding part. Okay, thank you guys.